There is nothing I love more than to sit down, comfy chair. I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Fucking current day Californian shit. We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here.
Yeah, as I get it. More now than ever before. Let me tell you why. What's going on, everybody? It is the return of your man, Big Brother Tucker. I know I've been out of the loop for a minute. I've had a plethora of things to keep me away from you, but no more. I'm back now, better than ever, with a little bit more consistency. So let's talk about what has me bothered. On February 2nd, the culmination of years of production showed itself on Amazon Prime, and that is the Danny Glover produced television show Mr. and Mrs. Smith, inspired by the action movie of the same name. Now, all of you who remembered the action movie probably remember it fondly, not just as the Brad and Angelina thing, that Brad and Angelina thing, the movie that messed up Brad's marriage to. Anyway, Mr. and Mrs. Smith was a phenomenal action comedy full of humor and over-the-top action. Very good, very entertaining. That's how those with normal wired brains remember that film. But what has pissed me off is how current day people, current day reviewers, current day media and journals want to now rewrite what Mr. and Mrs. Smith was. Oh no, if you thought this was going to be a review on the Mr. and Mrs. Smith TV show, I haven't watched it. I know when it came out. I intend on watching it. Well, to be honest, I may or may not. It looks somewhat interesting, but I don't get a shit ton of woke from it, but I do like the premise of it. Go check out the trailer for yourself. Now, I have seen over the last 10 years all my childhood IPs taken, fucked over, and shit on. In that order. I've seen these people that have completely desecrated my childhood IPs then blame me, the original fans, the people that made them want to buy the IP in the first place. We get blamed because now what it was that garnered such a large and devoted fan base isn't good enough. It now has to be made for that mythical modern audience.
What the hell are you talking about?
Translation, it has now got to be filled with so much unnecessary bullshit politics on every conceivable level that you will no longer recognize it as the IP that you grew up with and loving. Let's take it and make it for that modern audience.
Are you ever not going to fall for that?
Please see the previous video I've done on this. Modern audiences are fantasy. Now, let me show you the article from comicbook.com that set me all the way the fuck off. The journal writes, the original Mr. and Mrs. Smith was made to reflect the changing social dynamics between men and women in the 2000s. A time in which women took some of the biggest collective strides as financial earners and entrepreneurial achievers, upending traditional notions of gender roles and domestic balance.
What the fuck did you just say?
What about that film said any of the bullshit that this fraudulent ass journal just spewed onto a page?
You done lost your damn mind.
They are now trying to retroactively destroy good shit. Not just take it, fuck it up, and destroy it. They now want you to view what they haven't even touched yet as something, for lack of a better term here, woke. It wasn't.
No. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. 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 Hell no. 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 I refuse. No. No.
Nothing that I just read to you reflects the nature of the motion picture Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I will continue. The third act fight scene exchange between Pitts and Jolie's character quickly became an iconic reflection of the times. But now those times are different. If they wanted people to hate the television show right out the box, I present to you that bullshit.
Sheer fucking hubris.
Nothing they said about the original film is accurate. And now what they talk about, now those times are different. How exactly? They throw out shit, use buzzwords to get the ignorant clapping seals to all go, oh, oh, oh. Without providing any evidence or any kind of proof of validity. But they know there are those who just want to be accepted, that just want to seem hip, that just want to virtue signal. They know they got those.
And what I see all over the place is people who care about looking good while doing evil.
You see that rant I played at the very beginning of ads from the YouTube channel Heels versus Babyface. You see, what he was talking about wasn't necessarily the gender ideology that was put into the game that you are forced to deal with. No. His overarching point was, why is it in it anyway? Why does any kind of overt current social narrative have to be in a fictitious story? It doesn't. It simply does not. Focus on the story and issues will present themselves. Write a good story and everything else will fall into place. It's what we call in the business letting it happen organically. They stopped doing that across everything. Movies, television, cartoons, comic books, video games. They base everything now around a narrative. If you don't believe, check this out.
But then, in 2019, things started to change, and quickly. Suddenly, subtext and themes became the main point of discussing a project or IP. The first question in every meeting became, what can we say with this project, or what can we teach people with this story? Plot, character, and audience were now secondary, and sometimes not even discussed.
You see, now they look for, well, what message can we tell with this story? Not what story can we tell. That should frighten each and every last one of us. So when you hear people claiming things are agenda driven, pushing particular narratives, woke, know that it's not them making things up. It's not their imagination. They're not seeing ghosts and boogeymen in the closet. No, it's real and it is out there. So as continue to rant on, my brother, because I understand. And that's why so many things in entertainment today, from TV shows to video games, can be summed up in one word.
Boring! We're so fucking boring!